All right, everybody, welcome to Football Fan Talk, you know what I mean, where it's just a bunch of fans talking football. We all grew up playing sports, you know what I mean? We're all knowledgeable in the game. And, you know, we just want to have a little fun amongst friends and family, man. So here we go. I'm Big G, and everybody else can introduce themselves. Or not.
All right, I'm Lil G, you know.
You know me. I'm just call me M Rice. We're just gonna leave it like that. I think I'll do that. I would be Raider Mike, but you know, that is what they call
me. What's up, man? This is Shann and James live up in the garage studio. You know what I mean?
All right. Here we go, folks. The first thing we're gonna do is review last week's games for the first week of the NFL, and I guess I'll start it off. You know, it was a good week. A lot of close games, some blowouts, some unsuspecting blowouts. And, you know, as y'all know, the New Orleans game with Green Bay. But me, being the resident Cowboy fan, I'll start with my team and go over that game. You know, my boys looked good. I have to give them that. I don't believe in moral victories. You know what I mean? We played a tough team, played the world champs, and we played them to the end. But we all know Brady had too much time left on the clock, you know, a minute and something. And, you know, as soon as Dallas scored and they left Brady that time, we knew what was going to happen next. So, but I'm encouraged.
Wasn't expecting that push off, though.
Yeah, I know. That wasn't cool. You know what I mean? But I like how Dak got down. You know what I mean? Dak broke that ankle, you know what I'm saying, was out all year, came back and threw for over 400. Yeah. That is very encouraging. You know what I mean? The discouraging thing is Zeke only rushing for 33 yards. You know, but I think they're in a shootout, and that's what had to be done. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with my boys next week. You know what I mean? And you guys want to get down, you know what I mean, on any games. What up, Mike? What up? What did you take from last week, man?
Well, from last week, but you know, I was looking at, you know, my Raiders. Now that was Monday though, but it still counts for the week. But you know, that game was a back and forth game in the second half.
That was game of the year.
First half we was rusty. Offensively, we were rusty. For the first half, Derek Carr was, you know, he was just trying to warm up. But the second half was lights out. And the defense came to play. Even though we didn't sack him at one time, but he got harassed the whole game.
They dropped 2 fumbles though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got 2 fumbles. I know about that. We got the 2 fumble recoveries. But what I'm trying to say is that everybody needs to take notice and give Derek Carr some damn credit. Because nobody give Derek Carr any credit for being a good quarterback. I mean, he don't get any credit. It's all Waller, but who got to throw the ball to Waller? We got the big baller Waller, you know, he gonna do his thing. And then big play Brian Edwards, he came to play the second.
That man showed up in the fourth quarter.
Showed up and showed out. And that's one of the reasons why we won. Josh Jacobs played because we needed Josh Jacobs to play for us to keep the defense honest to run the football.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't run the football, they just go and tee off on trying to go after the quarterback. So you got to have that run threat in there. And I think, you know, Derek Carr threw for 435 yards. 435 yards, 2 touchdowns. He threw that 1 pick. But, you know, Snead got to make that catch. When your head turn around, you got to look for the ball. Like he did put a little bit of.
Yeah, he put a little sizzle on that thing.
The ball was coming in hot. The ball came in a little bit hot, though. You know what I'm saying? It was coming in hot, but hey, like they say, if you're a pro, you got to make that play.
Yeah.
My only problem with Derek Carr early game is when it seemed like he was only trying to target Darren Waller. Although he is his most reliable target, every team that we play, because I am also a Raider fan, every team that we play knows that we're going to target Darren Waller the most. But at the same time, we're going to have to mix in a Henry Ruggs, a Hunter Renfrow, Brian Edwards, Zay Jones, our excessive receiving core that we have and like been developing. We can't just always rely on Darren Waller because we saw early game that's not always going to work.
But well, Edwards doing this thing though, man. Edwards is
they can't stop him though. But the whole thing.
The one thing I will say though, like as far as Derek Carr, you know, he is sometimes but I love the fact that he don't quit. You know what I'm saying? And like, let's be honest, our line is okay. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they still working it out. We didn't have Incognito there. You know what I mean? And like in the first
Richie's still playing, huh?
Yeah. But then let Hudson go, you know what I'm saying? So we're still working out our center. But then you look at it and, you know, a lot of shots Derek had to throw, he was like 10 yards from where they snapped the ball. You know, he was backpedaling, man.
You
know what I mean?
Mike, I like to see that he was using that hit. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Well, I was just chiming off what you were saying about, you know, about the Raiders, the receiving core and stuff like that. I mean, they all made plays that game when they had to, all of them. All of those receivers made a play. And that's encouraging to see because we got to have that because Waller got targeted 19 times, caught 10 passes. That means you ain't stopping him. He ain't going to get stopped unless they double him. You're going to have to double him to
and
stop
even if they do, I mean, you know.
and you're going to get torn up downfield if they double him. If Derek Carr got time to throw, you're going to get killed.
Now, y'all can tell that I'm online with a bunch of Raiders fans because we're supposed to chop it up for a couple of minutes on a few games, and this is just stuck.
If you chop it up,
you know,
talk about.
So you know how how Raiders fans.
Okay, let's go. I'll go Saints.
But wait,
okay,
I
stop.
say this because I do want to mix it up like you saying, but like we got to give Cosby credit, bro. That man on defense was a beast, man.
You mean Crosby?
I'm sorry, Crosby. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about Bill?
Now you know where Bill's at, Mikey.
No, Bill ain't in jail no more. He ain't got Jello pudding pops in his pocket now.
But that man was a beast, bro. He was in Lamar's ass, bro. He didn't quit either.
No Frank Ocean.
Oh my God.
No, but
the game I really want to focus on.
Moving right along. Let's go to this, man.
The Saints. Let's go to the Saints.
We had New Orleans. They put a smash down on Green Bay last week.
Right.
Who saw Jameis doing that?
Yeah,
Jameis him to do that.
That boy was.
Granted, it was only
awesome,
150 yards, but 5 of them, no picks.
5 touchdowns. He didn't have to throw a bunch of yards. They
no interceptions.
Huh?
That's my biggest thing.
Interceptions. That's the key for him.
Except for the one he almost threw when he got rough in the passer, but that don't count.
Mm-hmm.
But he looked sharp. He looked.
Well, their defense was on point though, man.
He was accurate.
Sean Payton was doing the thing.
He was accurate with the deep ball.
Yeah.
I
mean, that's what New Orleans. New Orleans been missing that for a couple of years because Breeze couldn't throw deep.
Right. That's why the offense was so predictable, and that's why everybody just, they would just jam them receivers on the line and put some pressure on them and make sure, hey, he couldn't get the ball off, because the offense they have is built on timing. It's short passes with Breeze, but with Winston, they don't have to do that.
That's what makes me excited for when Michael Thomas gets back. He doesn't have to run slants anymore all the time.
Yeah,
he can actually be a complete receiver because he's more of a bigger body and he's not as twitchy. But that man can get open.
Yeah, there we go.
That man can get open. So
he can make plays, man.
Yeah, I think they're going to be second in that division because
Who you got coming in first?
So their defense.
They're in the same division as Tampa, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let it be known. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put it out.
Tampa. I think Tampa, even though they look kind of sketchy week 1 against your boys, I think they're gonna get it together. I think New Orleans, I feel like they're one maybe defensive piece away from making it to that top spot. Because I don't think defensively they're sound, but
you never know, man, because they always have shootouts. So,
but that's the thing. Tampa returned all 22.
That don't matter. Other teams get better.
That's true. That's true.
They stayed pat. They gambled on themselves, which is admirable. But other teams get better. So we'll see.
Yeah, you're right.
And we can tap into one more from last week. What y'all think about?
Can we go Minnesota and the Bengals? How about that?
All right. So we'll tap into 2 more. Go ahead. Go on to that one.
So
go ahead, spit on it.
Okay, so I'm very much I like that the Bengals, that Cincinnati team. They're a young core, but you can see just from that week 1 that they're gonna be dogs this year. They're gonna always be able to put up that fight. Granted, they don't have a lot of big names and all that, but I'm a Joe Burrow believer because if you look at last year before he got hurt, they were playing really, really well on the offensive side. Their defense still had some catching up to do. But with the Vikings having that somewhat of electrifying offense outside of Kirk Cousins being who he is, like the Bengals were in that game for the long haul, and Joe Burrow willed that team back to that victory. So I feel like that's a team that you're gonna have to look out for.
Yeah,
this year for sure.
Hey, I like the Bengals, man. Well, let me not say I like the Bengals. I like Joe Burrow, man. I'm a believer in that cat too. I think, man, he got something about him. He put up points. You know what I mean?
Even had Jamar Chase out there. Jamar Chase was dropping balls all preseason, and he caught a 50-yard bomb.
About to say, caught him in the game though.
Yeah, he caught him when it counted.
Yep. Yeah, the last one I want to tap in on from last week was that Cleveland KC game, man.
Oh,
boy,
man.
Baker.
Hey, man, Cleveland gonna be something to reckon with, man. You know what I mean? They play without Odell, didn't even play, and they was going blow for blow with KC, man. You know what I mean? And then,
but the whole thing around that is that they play better without Odell because Baker's always looking for him.
That's true.
Which I kind of think is BS because at the end of the day, even if Odell was out there, that's someone that they have to double team. Yeah. Regardless of what anybody says about Odell Beckham, he's one of the best receivers in the league when he's fully healthy. And so you're going to have to put an extra body on him, which is going to open up everybody else.
Yeah, very true, very true.
It's kind of like they need that big game play, though. You know what I'm saying? Like to get back in because they got a lot to prove after that. Oh,
that's great.
Whatchamacallit? They still kind of rebuilding, and they got squad though, man. They got squad.
Mm-hmm. On paper, they have arguably the best team all around.
They're gonna be there. They'll contend for a playoff spot.
I believe it.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So let's move on to which one?
What about the
Niners?
Nah, hell no.
We ain't talking about
the Rams. The Rams and the Bears.
Okay, go ahead.
That game was such a lopsided game in the second half. The Bears looked like mud because their offense didn't do a thing in the second half, and the defense got they got worn down. And what happened when the defense get worn down? The deep balls start coming, and the Rams, Matthew Stafford. I don't care what they say. I mean, I know they made the quarterback change, right? But that fool can throw the deep ball, and that's what they were missing too. Just like what New Orleans was missing the Rams. They wanted to go downfield. You see that game, he threw like 2 or 3 deep balls, and he was hitting them. So everybody look at the Rams because the Rams in the NFC West, because they probably had the best defense in the NFC West. With them and the 49ers, the Rams have a better defense.
Yeah, that's true. And then, the Bears, they're not going to do better until they insert
they change in there.
Justin Fields. Until they
put him in.
Until then,
when they put Justin Fields in, they'll start winning.
Yep. Or at least if they don't start winning right away, at least they're going to get better. We know that. I mean, with Andy Dalton, you getting the same old retread, same things. But I guess since the compadre Shann brought it up, man, y'all, let's go on and talk a little Niner talk, man. What I mean?
Okay.
No, we don't.
They look like they was finna fold under pressure until Jared Goff Jared Goff turned into Jared Goff. Because I mean, a lot of people were saying the Niners could bounce back and make another Super Bowl run. But after playing a terrible Detroit team, who they almost let come back, I don't believe it.
No, that's why I brought it up. You know what I mean? Because I was like, okay, they're gonna have a tight ass defense, but I think it was really interesting that like that play that they ran when they brought Lance in, you knew that was gonna be a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like I think they're trying to set us up, not me, but setting us up as watchers to get ready for Lance to take over for Jimmy. You know what I mean?
In my opinion, Trey Lance I think he will. If the Niners keep playing like how they was against Detroit, he'll start by like.
Well, it depends, man. Because
that wasn't the quarterback's fault.
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't
the defense. That's the defense who gave up them 24.
I just think as far as what Kyle Shanahan trying to do,
they supposed to be built on defense, and their defense almost blew that game. That had nothing.
Well, they lost their what's this? Was Verrett a corner or a safety? They lost him
And
at
they
some
lost
point.
Barrett, Jason Barrett tore his ACL.
Corner. Yeah.
And they lost like 2 players, right? Or was it just Barrett?
Man, well,
I know they lost Barrett.
They lightweight young, so I think once they got the lead that they had, they was like, "Oh, we good." You know what I mean?
That's what lost them a Super Bowl.
Right, exactly. They didn't play football. They was like,
no lesson
You can't take your foot off the gas.
Yeah,
Kyle
like,
Shanahan
That's Kyle Shanahan, though.
Oh yeah, that's true. Didn't he give it up?
He gave it up in Atlanta.
Yeah, in Atlanta. Yeah,
it was up.
All right. So let's roll into this week, man. You know what I mean? There's a game on right now. We're not going to cap that one, which is Giants and Washington football team.
Oh, yeah.
And
don't call it the other name.
That one's going on. That's a tight game right now. So let's go on to the next game. Let's see what y'all think. We'll go through them one by one.
Okay.
So first, you got the Bills visiting the Dolphins. Me personally, I look at the Bills all day in this. They won both the games last year. They blew them out in Buffalo. It was a tighter game in Miami, but Bills
Where
still
are they
won.
playing at? They're playing in Miami.
Playing in Miami. I see a tight,
I think it's
high-scoring game. But I see Buffalo winning.
Miami's defense is, I don't know, Brian Flores, he seems to be like the one coach out of that Belichick tree who understands, how to win in a sense. Because although that last week when they played the Pats, it was a close game and they won by 1 point. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that defense Miami has, there are a lot of dogs on there. And Tua, he's getting better, but right. I think Buffalo's going to take that one. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Buffalo's going to take that one.
All right. I say it depends on who runs the football the best in that game will win that game.
Really? So, we can't even hear you.
Yeah, he accidentally muted himself, huh?
We can't hear nothing you're saying.
Hear me? It says the internet connection is unstable. But Buffalo is built on play action, and if I just feel like if Josh Allen don't have a running game against Miami, it is very going to be a real tight game. A high-scoring game favor Buffalo, but a low-scoring game favors Miami. Okay. If it's a low-scoring game, I will give the notch to Miami because the defense I think is better than Buffalo's. Then they have better running game, but if it's a high-scoring game, it's Miami. They're not going to win that game. Buffalo win that game by 7.
Well, if it comes down to the little shootout, though, I think, Allen's got it over whatchamacallit, too.
Absolutely.
Right.
100%.
But again, remember, Tua got weapons, though.
But he's still getting his
weapons, though.
He doesn't have Stephon Diggs.
Yeah,
he got accurate. But he got the Parker dude.
Oh yeah, Devontae Parker and what's
Parker
that? Waddle.
And Jalen Waddle. They're young. That's a young receiver, and they got a good tight end. So
Gesicki, he's nice.
Yeah.
So who you taking?
Who me? I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna go. Buffalo can't start 0-2, but I'm gonna take the Miami. I'm gonna take Miami by 3.
Okay.
All right, Shann, who you got?
I take Buffalo, man. Like I said, Tui, I think it's gonna come. It might get into a little shootout, and dude still ain't all the way right. You know what I mean? And it's not his fault. You know what I mean?
100% healthy.
Nah, but it's just a different game than college, bro. You know what I mean? He's still learning it. They was putting him in and out. I watched the game, but I can't even remember that play where he was scrambling trying to make something happen, and it was like, bro, you should have just threw that out. You know what I mean?
All right, well, let's run through them a little faster because if we go through every game and we take like 5-10 minutes for each one, that's probably gonna be another hour and a half, man.
Okay, so, we don't need to do that. Let's just move.
Let's speed them up a little bit, and we'll next go to the Rams and the Colts. Me personally, I like the numbers, man. And the Colts are 0-6 in their last 6 games as a home underdog, and they are a home underdog, which tells me that every time a team is favored against them in their house, they lose. So I'm going with the Rams.
I mean, they kind of building their stuff still, man. You know what I'm saying? So the Rams look good to me too.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams easy. That defense is gonna kill Carson Wentz.
All right.
Well, you mean Aaron Donald gonna kill him? That's the best defensive player in football. Period.
Absolutely.
I will take the Rams that game.
Okay. Moving right along. Next, we got Patriots versus Jets. This is an easy one. You know what I mean? The Jets may be improving. The Patriots are young, but Belichick versus rookie quarterbacks, he kills them. So, you know what I mean? I'll take the Pats easy in that game.
I don't think they're going to beat them.
New York, just to let you
know. Oh, it's in New York?
Matter. It don't even matter.
It's in New York.
Pats are taking that one.
Belichick's going to come out with something where you're going to be like, what the hell? Damn, even the Jets is going to be like, what the hell? You know, like, come on, man. They're not ready.
Yeah, that one.
Well, Belichick, we know that the Patriots going to win that game. Okay. But it's not going to be as easy as y'all think it is. We know they're going to win that game. But Mac Jones, if Saleh is a good defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're going to blow them out.
They're going to beat them. They're going to win. They're going to earn the win, and it just ain't going to be no easy win, nigga.
Man. All right, so next, we're going 49ers Eagles. This one, the stats are all over the place, but the Eagles are 5-0 against the spread as a home underdog. The Niners are favored. Me personally, after that last game the Niners played, like they played in Detroit, right? Had to travel home to San Francisco. Now they got the early game this Sunday in Philly. I think Philly gonna win, man. I like Philly to win this one. Niners are the banged up D. Philly coming off that big win last week. I think they're gonna get them.
Well,
I think
go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, G. Go ahead.
I think with Philly, with Jalen Hurts riding that high, although it was just Atlanta, I think with Jalen Hurts riding that high, I think they go win out. But I don't think it's gonna be more than a touchdown. I don't think it's gonna be like a blowout or anything. I think it's gonna be kind of a close game because the Niners are gonna want to show that they're actually like a potent team.
Right,
but I think Philly gonna edge them out.
Right back.
Oh shoot. I'm gonna take the Niners. Much as I do not like the 49ers. I do not like them at all, period. But I'll take the Niners that game because it's more experience at the quarterback position. 49ers have better running game.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm gonna take the 49ers, because if push come to shove, 49ers, they can run that ball and they got more experienced weapons. And I don't like
all their running backs are hurt.
I don't like the 49ers. No, but they them others two running backs, Sermon, they got the Sermon and the other running back.
Elijah Mitchell. He just rushed for like 100 on Detroit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. See, they got backs. They don't just have one back. Most are just shoot, he get hurt.
Yeah, that's true. Because Niners usually they always go running back by committee, huh?
Yeah, 49ers go running back by committee anyway. So
think about this though, bro. Like they was up. They was up, man, and they let them come back last week, right?
Yeah, like but defense, bro. Different style of play. You know, the Eagles don't play like the Detroit do.
I know. Look at that onside kick, right?
They got that outside kick too, though.
Kittle just let it bounce in his face, you know, like
right. You got to go and get it.
Yeah, exactly. But sometimes they just too cocky. You know what I mean? Like they got a good defense.
We are talking about Niners.
Yeah, they got a good defense. But just like even that situation with Kittle, it's like, bro, how you gonna let the ball hit you in your face and then not get it? I mean, come on, man. They just a little too cocky for me, man.
Who you picking?
Who you picking?
I'm gonna take the Niners. Nah, of course, man. Come on, I'm taking Philly.
All right, moving right along. Next game we got up.
Hating, but what I seen last, I was like, bro, what happened?
Well, I hope Philly beat them. Shoot.
Well, next game up, we got the Bengals visiting the Bears. Like I told y'all, I'm a Burrow believer. I think as long as the Bengals are starting Andy Dalton, they are going to
the Bears.
That's what I said, boy. As long as the Bears start Andy Dalton. It's going to be what it is, man. They're going to be stagnant. They got a good D. Everybody knows Chicago got a good defense. But one thing I learned about Burrow last year from him playing. He played against good defenses, and he still played. So he's not intimidated. And I'm taking the Bengals, man. Upset on the road.
Oh, wait a minute. The hell just happened?
Young G, who you got?
Definitely taking the Bengals. I don't believe in Chicago just because they're starting Andy Dalton. The Bengals, again, like that, they got some fight in them. You know what I'm saying? They got that. I don't know. It's just something about that young core who they all want to prove something. You know, and especially Joe Burrow after coming back from that knee injury. You know, I know there's some doubts out there, so he's going to want to go out and show and prove against what was a top 10 defense in the NFL. So I'm taking the Bengals, and I think this one is going to be a little bit. I think you know, I'm thinking the Bengals are going to win by 6.
Okay, I'll smoke a bag of that. You know what I mean?
As much as I like Khalil Mack, man, you know, I'm with y'all on the Andy Dalton thing. You know, it's never been a good experience.
Mike got a fan club over there.
No, there.
IT department right there. But it's never been a good experience when you got Andy Dalton, you know, redhead wonder in there. You know what I mean? You know, he's not that mobile. You know what I mean?
He had his good days with the Bengals, man, but you know, he's sometimes when those quarterbacks get over that hill, they decline fast, man, and that seems to be his path.
Yeah. I think with him and the Bengals, though, I feel like it was more scheme than anything.
7, 5, 9. It should just go.
Darius Slayton just dropped a major touchdown just now. That's tough.
850-33-76-475.
You over there having technical difficulties, boy?
Yeah, it went off again.
Something
okay back. Anyway, you know, I'm not no computer savvy like Lil G, and y'all, I just
hey man,
you know,
that's what marriage is for.
Something go wrong, it go wrong. Something go wrong, it goes downhill fast.
All right, well, we need your pick on the Bengals Bears.
Well, I'm gonna have to go. Like I said, Bears had the more superior defense. I'm gonna have to go with the Bears. Reason why the defense, I have to take the Bears in the woods.
Bears in the woods.
I'll take the Bears.
All right, man. So we're gonna move along. We're gonna go Broncos and Jags. I like I like the Broncos, man. I like Teddy B. He's gonna be steady. He's gonna protect the ball. Jags are young. I love Trevor Lawrence for the future, but it's only his second game. He ain't ready yet. You know what I mean? The Broncos defense, they pack their lunch when they go on the road. So I'm going to go with them donkeys. Shann, who you got, boy?
Oh, man. I can't, you know. It's hard to go with the Broncos, but I agree with you with Trevor Lawrence, man.
It's hard to go for them bastards.
I know.
Hey, he's still trying to work his stuff out. You know what I mean? Like you said, I think he's going to be good, but I think he's worried about his hair right now more than anything. So,
Goldilocks, huh?
Hey,
go ahead and go.
No, that's sunshine. What you?
Yeah, sunshine.
But you know who Trevor Lawrence looked like? Who? He looked like Prince Charming from Shrek. He's a good quarterback. I like Trevor Lawrence. I think he's the best. I mean, he's good. But I'll take Denver. Denver gonna win that game. But Trevor Lawrence got the best hair though. He do look like Prince Charming though.
Oh, Prince Charming. What about you, G? Who you got?
Even with Jerry Jeudy down, and I think Denver's gonna take that one. Like you said, Trevor Lawrence.
It'll be close. Teddy B take care of the ball, but he ain't like if you got to put him in a shootout. If you got to put Bridgewater in a shootout, you know, then if it's a shootout.
People forget at one point Teddy B was in the MVP conversation before he tore his ACL.
Yeah, before he tore his ACL.
And now he has a solid team around him. But I think Denver gonna take this one. The Jags, they're not ready yet.
Yeah, not yet, man. So we'll move on to the next one. This one is Texans at Browns. I'm taking the Browns because they owe somebody an ass whooping. And I think Tyrod and the Texans is about to be served up on a platter, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a lot of points. You know, Cleveland is favored by 12.5. I don't know if they'll cover that, but I think they'll win the game. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Mike?
I think Cleveland gonna cover them points because Texans are not that. They're not good. If Deshaun Watson ain't playing, well, we know why he ain't playing. So I'm gonna take Cleveland.
Yeah,
straight up. They're gonna cover the spread. So yeah.
Okay. I can get with that. Young G, what you think?
Yeah, this is going to be the week the Texans realize that without Deshaun Watson, they're nothing, because that Browns defense is going to terrorize Tyrod Taylor, and Baker Mayfield. He might look like an MVP this week. I'm taking the Browns, and I'm taking that spread.
All right. Young Cheesy, what you got?
I think that's all the way across the board, because like it's hard to recover from quarterback controversy. Even if you get a star player that you could just pop in and he can pick up the pieces and keep it moving. Like once your leader, the leadership is in question, it's hard for a team to come back from that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this Texans game, they won last week. They're at home. This week they're going on the road. So
they're going to Cleveland, and Cleveland Cleveland, the dog pound. That's a lot.
I think y'all convinced me, man. I don't think it'd be that close. I think they covered that 12.5 too, man.
But they they just coming off that game against Case. They got to feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? And then
no, they don't.
Nah, hell no.
They feel bad as hell.
They're mad. They're about to whoop.
Bad, man.
Look, they're about to whoop.
Take it out on the Texans on Sunday.
Okay, somebody owes them an ass. I don't mean good like that. It's just like, okay, we know we good. Somebody's getting this shit, man. Because
because you even forget they were good last year on the verge. Now coming into this first game, they felt like, hey, we've arrived. So they mad they lost that damn game.
Oh yeah, they about to put a beating on the Texans.
Okay, we're gonna roll with that one, man. So next up, we're gonna go with the Saints and the Panthers. The Saints are visiting the Panthers, and mind you, the Saints are 6-1 in their last 6 games in Carolina.
That was not going to be close either.
Yeah,
Saints are going to take that one. I think Jameis is going to continue to improve. Honestly, I think Jameis, knowing who Jameis is, I think he might throw 1 pick, but I'm still thinking 3 touchdowns. But I think, the Saints are going to take that one. I think the Saints will take that one by a touchdown.
And you got to remember, Jameis is used to playing Carolina twice a year anyway when he was with Tampa Bay.
Exactly. In Carolina, they're not Sam Darnold. I'm not worried about Sam Darnold.
What you think, Shann?
Ain't McCaffrey back this game?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Might be kind of interesting, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know if it was just the way, like, all that controversy with Green Bay, but like the Saints defense, I like defense. You know that, man. They was doing their thug things, and then you got Jameson at the wheel. So,
okay. So you taking?
I'll go with the Saints, man. But I think it's gonna be a little close.
All right, Mike, bring us home, man.
Well, we know defense is gonna win the game anyway, and Jameis Winston's gonna throw 4 touchdowns, I believe, against Carolina. So I'm gonna take the Saints because I'm a Jameis Winston, fan. Jameis Winston fan. Okay. I just want him just to behave. As long as he behave and not get no trouble and do nothing stupid.
Crab legs out there.
Right. Yeah. Let's go with the Saints by 10.
Okay. Now for the game you guys been waiting for. We'll go Raiders versus the Steelers. Now, let me be the voice of reason here.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. All right, let me go over the stats to give y'all some numbers real quick to look at. All right. First of all, it's going to be high scoring because the over is 5-0 in the last Raiders 5 games on grass. And then
I've seen that too.
But check it out. The Steelers are 0-4 in their last 4 as a favorite. You know what I mean? And the underdog is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings. And the Raiders are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 meetings. So what does that say? I have to be the voice of reason, but I think I'm gonna take the Raiders on this, man. Know what I mean? Like, shoot, Mike, what you got, man?
Well, I got you, but I'm not just gonna say it just because I'm a diehard Raider and I bleed the silver and black. But I believe that the Raiders can beat Pittsburgh. And I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Raiders win this game 24-20. I'm going to take I know it ain't going to be in the 30s. It's going to be in the 20s because Pittsburgh do got a defense. But Raiders defense is improving. And I think that Roethlisberger ain't going to be able to get away like Lamar Jackson did.
Oh, yeah.
If Mad Max after him like that, he going down at least 3 times. So
okay.
I'll take the Raiders.
All right, Shann, what you got?
And as long as the Raiders take a good look at that second half and like Young G said, pull back on that Waller target, spread this stuff around, I think they got a very good chance of winning it, man. Because it was really impressive.
What you got, G?
I think I'm taking the Raiders just because Ben don't move like Lamar. And the QB pressures that we had against Lamar, with that being said, I think our D-line, I think the Raiders is going to win. I say 21-17.
Okay. Y'all all fans, y'all giving the scores and everything to the game, boy. Man. So we'll go to the game I've been waiting for. We go Cowboys versus the Chargers. You know what I mean? One thing is going to be high scoring.
That's going to
be a shootout for sure. The over is 4-0 in the Cowboys' last 4 games after they get 350 in the previous game. You know what I mean? But the other thing, the Chargers, their games are 7-0 to the under in the last 7 September games. So it's going to be a battle of kind of wills there. You got the high-powered team versus the team with the stronger defense. And
I mean, y'all just lost D-Law though too.
I always try to be smart with this. I don't like to try to be a homer. You know what I mean? My heart is telling me, of course, to go my boys. My brain is telling me, man, I think the Chargers get us in a tight one. I think we're gonna start off 0-2, and then we're gonna start picking it up later. So I think it's gonna be another tight one. I think we might lose this one.
Where they playing?
It's in LA.
Oh, you know the Chargers don't have any home fans. Y'all finna run that.
Okay.
Yeah,
the Raiders, all Raider fans gonna be at the game.
Like if they make the adjustments and like they get Zeke a little more involved in Amari, I mean, I think it could be something different to see. I'm gonna go with Cowboys, bro.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys as well.
Okay.
The team, Mike? This is what I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you the truth, though. The team who runs the ball the best is going to win that game because we know the passing is going to be there. But I'll take Dak Prescott over Justin Herbert because he's not going to make the mistakes. Because if Dallas can just have a little bit of pass rush and put a little pressure on him, he will throw a pick or two. I mean, he's a good young quarterback, but I think Dallas has a better running back. And I think this is Zeke's game to bust out, even though Chargers may have a little better defense in Dallas. But I think that I mean, I'm not trying to be like because Chargers in our division. I don't like them either, but I'll take it.
Okay. Well, I hope y'all right, man.
Yeah, man. Especially with Dallas, how close that game was last week. They like the Browns. They feel like they gotta whip somebody, and I feel like Dak and them, they feel like they got something to prove. I think they're gonna pull through on this one.
They just got to get everybody involved, man.
Dallas always gets everybody involved, man. Shit, that's not the issue.
Like, even with Michael Gallup,
we just can't stop nobody.
CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, deadly.
Yeah, but shit, we lost Gallup. He won't be there.
Yeah, that's what I said. Even with him down, I feel like even with them too.
Yeah. All right, shoot, let's move along, man. The next one we got up is the Chiefs and the Ravens. And mind you, let's see. I had a stat here. Oh, the Chiefs. They're 4-1 in their last 5 at Baltimore. So
they're playing at Baltimore too?
At Baltimore. I think the Chiefs. I don't think it may be a game for a minute, but I don't think Baltimore has enough. You know what I mean? Too many injuries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't think Latavius is gonna do it for him?
Nah.
Man, yeah.
All right, Shann, what you got?
I'm with you on that. I think it's gonna be kind of interesting to see, though. You know what I mean? how the Ravens bounced back after that, because the rookie Williams was doing his thing, you know, but in that first half we was playing sloppy. So, you know, I'll go with Mahomes, man.
Okay, Mike, what you like?
Well, Lamar Jackson starting off 2-0, 0-2. I don't think so. I just don't think so. I mean, I love Patrick Mahomes. I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan. You know, I hate Kansas City. True enough, but if it's a low-scoring game, it's going to be the Ravens going to win that game. That's the only chance the Ravens have. I think low-scoring game, Ravens win. High-scoring game, they don't win. But I'm going to go with Baltimore. They at home.
Okay. All right. Young G, bring us home.
All I'm going to say is Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. Taking the Chiefs. Ravens have nobody to stop neither one of them. Taking the Chiefs.
All right. So here we go with the next one. I think this is going to be a nice little lambasting too. We got the Lions going to Green Bay. We got one team who gave a real valiant effort at the end of the game to come back, make it respectable against a team that just got their ass whipped and is looking for revenge, and they're at home. Man, I think Aaron Rodgers and them boys is going to put a nice little shellac out there, man. You know what I mean? So I'm taking Green Bay. What about you, G?
This is going to be the week that Aaron Rodgers reminds everybody who he is. Detroit, who? I'm taking the Packers. It might be a blowout, just because. Yeah, but I'm taking the Packers through and through.
Okay, yeah, Shann, who you got?
I mean, you know, I don't think Aaron's a big fan of being benched. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he wants to get the hell up out of there, bro. Man, he gonna be like, look, my little beard and all that make me look old, but I still got it, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna see some deep threat balls, bro.
Okay. So you got the Pack, Mike.
Well,
who you rolling with?
Easy decision to make. It's the Smelly Rogers show. They're gonna win. You gonna take the Pack. You remember Smelly Rogers from the what is it called, that ship on the what cartoon was that with Jabberjaws? You know what I'm talking about. Hanna-Barbera thing. They had the thing. Yeah. The ship was called the Smelly Rogers. We're gonna take the Packers.
Okay. We're gonna roll the Pack.
I got the Pack attack.
All right, next got a nice little pistol grip pump gonna be out on this game, boy. We got the Falcons visiting the Buccaneers, man. I think that cannon about to be.
I think we all in agreement with this one.
The Cannons ain't gonna have no more gunpowder left after the game.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like the ref. Remember in that movie, The Patriot, when that little cannon let off and that big ass cannonball rolled across the field, was taking off them legs. I think that's what we got going on here.
Tom Brady.
I'm taking the Bucs.
Brady about to look like he was in Tom Brady about to look like 07 when they was cheating.
I mean, that dude still has zip on the ball, no problem, man. And they built the line to protect him. No, money.
This is an easy win for the Bucs.
Money.
Okay, Mike, you got the Bucs too.
I'll take the Bucs. Tom Brady gonna play till he's 65 and collect his Social Security. That's how long. You got the Bucs. Yeah. I'll take the Bucs.
All right. So next up, we got the Vikings visiting the Cardinals, man. I think that little midget about to go off on the Vikings. And I think, the Cards will win this one easy. It'll be high scoring. You know what I mean? I like Murray. You know what I mean? Who can't like a 5'10" quarterback, man? I'll take him all day. You know what I mean? So who you got, Mike?
I got the Cardinals. Murray got might be 5'10", but that fool got a rifle arm and he can run. He got them two receivers. He got AJ Green. He got Hopkins. Cardinals gonna go win that game.
What about you, Shann? Okay.
All right, Murray. I mean, you know, he's looking good. He's feeling himself. You know what I mean? He ain't worried that he's 5'10" because he don't look like it when he's on the field the way he's throwing the ball and commanding the team. So obviously, I'll take the Cards.
All right, Young G.
Man, Kyler Murray run like a badass little kid, and I'm taking that badass little kid all the way home. I got Arizona.
Right. I was running wild like a child in a Walker.
And besides, Chandler Jones just came off a 5-sack game. Yeah, no, they'd be all right.
Yeah.
A 5
Man.
Mac attack sack, huh?
All right, man. We got the last NFL game right here. The payoff. Titans versus the Seahawks. You know what I mean? I like the Seahawks, man. I like Russell at home. You know what I mean? Titans, I think they'll play better than they played last week. Tannehill, he seems to like be off and on, off and on. He was off last week. I think he'll play better, but I like Seahawks and that 12th man. This would be the first home game they've had since COVID. So people are going to be crazy. They're about to be wild up there. Seahawks all the way. What you got, Shann?
I see a little more of that Russell Luckett connection, you know what I mean? And it's looking good, man. And Russell, you know, he's got Sierra. You might think I'm young. You know what I'm saying? He don't knock it out, man. And, you know, he can it's all good, man.
Hey, G, what you got?
I think if Tennessee can get Derrick Henry going, if they can get that ground game going, I think Tennessee might take it. So I'm gonna roll with Tennessee.
Big gift though, man.
Okay. Mike, who you got?
We're going with Russell. Last name Wilson. We're going to go with the Seattle Seahawks kicking some. I think Seattle gonna win that game pretty good. I'm gonna take Seattle because Russell Wilson. I mean, yeah.
Russell Wilson.
I mean, EK, Metcalf, Lockett. Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
All
right, so that'll wrap it up for this week as far as NFL. But I got a nice little tasty tidbit for you college football fans because I like college football. My comrades don't watch as much as me, so I picked out 5 games where I think I could beat the spread on these games. As far as with the information, if anybody want to chime in, they can. I'll run through these games. I'll do it real quick. It's 5 quick ones. The first one is Army visiting UConn. Army is favored by 34.5. Now, to the average person, they look at that and it's like, God dang, that's 7 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Or 5 touchdowns. I mean, yeah, they gonna cover that? Like, yeah, they will. You know what I mean? Army, they're a triple option team going against a horrible UConn team. And Army, they have a good quarterback and a good defense this year, and they're scoring a lot of points. So, yes, indeed, they will cover that spread. Anybody want anything to say on that one?
Well, I just say Army got that running attack. I know that. Mm-hmm. So they ran for what, 400, whatever, 400. What was it? Damn, they ran for like what, 400 yards or something, or 300 and some yards last week.
Yeah, their quarterback can pass too, man. So
right. They probably will cover the spread. I got my little 5 picks.
Yeah. I only ever known UConn as a basketball school, so there's no way I'm gonna trust them in football. So you got that one.
Yeah. The next one I got up is Coastal Carolina versus Buffalo. For y'all that don't know, Coastal Carolina is the new darling football team in college, and it's because they can score. They have a quarterback. The quarterback, Grayson McCall, this fool is completing 83% of his passes, and he can run a little bit. You know what I mean? And they're favored by 14 over Buffalo at Buffalo. Buffalo is usually good, but they're kind of having a down year. So I look at Coastal winning that by at least 17 or more. So I'm taking them in that one.
The only thing I know about Buffalo is Khalil Mack. So Coastal Carolina.
That was a long time ago.
Malcolm Kuntz too.
Malcolm Kuntz, but he ain't nowhere near Khalil Mack.
But he ain't Mack, but yeah, he from there too. But I'll take Coastal Carolina.
Coastal for sure.
In my next one, I got Utah versus San Diego State. Utah is favored by 8.5. And San Diego State plays them tough all the time, and they're 7-1 in their last 8 as a home underdog. And San Diego State always got a running game. You know what I mean? They put out running backs in NFL.
Oh, for sure.
I will take San Diego State and the points on that one. I think they will cover, and they're at home too. Any thoughts?
I've only ever seen San Diego State be like a solid team. Utah, since I've seen them, watched them play a few times, nothing really pops off of me. So I'll roll with you on San Diego State as well.
I like that
because I've seen them better more.
Okay.
I like the Aztecs.
Okay.
I do watch them from time to time. I like the Aztecs. I'll take that.
I haven't seen them play in a while, but Utah has. I don't know. I don't think they. No, I'll take San Diego because I don't think Utah has been that good.
Yeah. All right. Next up, got a primetime hot game. Penn State versus Auburn. Is that College Station? So it's in Penn State, and they have a whiteout night. So mind you, it's going to be 100,000 fans. Everybody's going to be wearing white pom-poms, everything. So it's going to be cracking. And I like Penn State. That defense, boy, them linebackers are playing. I think Penn State wins that one, man. Auburn's SEC, so they're going to get love just on the SEC, you know what I mean, on the SEC tip. But I like Penn State to win this one. Any takers?
Penn State. I'll take Penn State.
Yeah. As an avid watcher of SEC teams, watching Auburn, Penn State. I think they got that one. Like you said, they're at home, 100,000 plus fans. Penn State gonna take that one easy.
Yeah, okay. From the games that I've watched, is like Auburn ain't the same Auburn that they used to be. They're not far off, but I like Penn State, man. Okay,
so then the last one, Arizona State versus BYU. Arizona State's favored by 3.5. Mind you, Herm Edwards is like 1-4 in primetime games. You know what I mean? And BYU plays tough as hell at home. You know what I mean? I think BYU may get the straight up upset, but I think they will cover that 3.5 for sure. Maybe even get the upset. Arizona State is one of them schools that got all kinds of talent. Quarterback is talented. He's kind of inaccurate at times, but I think BYU either covers or possibly wins, man. I'm not a believer in Arizona State yet. They're going to have to win a primetime game for me to be a believer. You know what I mean? What do you guys think?
I'm interested in Arizona State because Chad Johnson's son, goes there, and he's a redshirt freshman. So I'm excited to see how he's gonna fit into that, especially seeing how he's gonna play and stuff like that. So, but like you said, as far as Herm Edwards having that record in prime time, I'm gonna have to go with BYU.
Okay.
Everybody good? BYU's a safe bet. You know what I mean? Like I don't watch much college football, but I've seen BYU, in the past and even last year. They're always showing up to show out.
Okay. Mike, anything?
I'll take BYU.
Okay. So that'll be the conclusion of this week. You know what I mean? So next week, we're going to get it cracking again. Hopefully, be on time. We'll be streaming live, and, we might have a couple of little background tricks, make it even look a little spunkier for you guys. But that's a football fan talk for this week, and we'll see y'all again next week.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Hold up before y'all leave, man. I'm going to pause the recording.